What if you do? That's what we're talking about today on the eCentral Business Show. I'm John Nayler, joined once again by Tofe. Tofe, thanks very much for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
Now, in terms of what if you do, like you have done, you've ultra-marathon down from base camp,
Yeah.
I mean, how did you set yourself up mentally for something like that?
Yeah, sure. So I like to use the power of perspective. It's when you're reframing something. Now you can reframe everything because it's framed from the start.
Yeah.
And the purpose and the point of actually using perspective is it keeps you grounded, because too many people's minds wander off in space. So you need to be grounded so you're back on Earth. And I think that's where that term comes from. So for me, if it comes to business, you want to look up to someone like Elon Musk, because the guy started 5 or 6 companies, but he's the only guy alive in history right now that has 3 companies.
You sure?
That are worth at least $1 billion in valuation. And that was 2 years ago, and they would have substantially gone up higher because of everything he's doing and the amazing feats he's going. So if he can have $3 billion of valuation, I can have one company to make $1 million of valuation. So that's 1/3000th. That's not like,
yeah,
that's so minuscule.
It's
so
quite doable. It should be, yeah.
And it is, and it's like, okay, so it's just a great way to keep your mind intact. And I do it for endurance racing. I do it for every facet of life I can do. And
And there's always those go-to people and that sort of thing. Like,
Absolutely.
there's someone's passionate about sailing and I want to sail around the world one day. It's like people say, oh, what's going on with that? I said, well, think about, the young people have done, the Jesse Watson, the Jessica Watson and Jesse Martin sail around the world at a young age by themselves.
Totally.
And it's like, wow. Okay, no, well, there's your reframe for you, because that's a complete and a huge reset, isn't it? Because
that's it.
It's like, if they can do it, really, as a mature adult who's trained and trained, done all the and got a substantial boat, got people going with me, got all the latest with. I'm not working a timeline. I don't have to do it by myself. As quick as I can.
Yes.
That's doable.
Yeah, and it comes down to, like, even in ultra marathon racing. So when I'm doing a 345k race in Scotland next year, one of 2 Australians to
Can't
do
help
it.
yourself, can you?
No, and hopefully we can inspire. I never was a runner to begin with, so hopefully we can inspire not only the youth, but anyone out there that's trying to grow in fitness. So if you've got this guy that can do 345k in one hit, surely you can just get off the couch and do 5k, even if you walk it right.
Sure.
That is like so much smaller, but at least that's going to help the inertia, and it's going to help get the ball rolling, and then you never know, then you just become a little bit more curious with it, and then so you can grow with it. So, and here's another awesome thing with perspective. When I was going through a lot of mental health struggles, it would get to a point where I'd actually take a step back and look around, and I'm not the only one that goes through stress in life. You go through stress in life, whoever's listening is, and I have a lot of friends that have, actually I've got a cool anecdote. A good friend of mine, he's 100% blind.
Right.
And I was his guide runner for a while. So we'd run, and I cannot complain if I'm around him. You don't want to, and you choose not to, because the guy can't see. So if I were to ever have this conversation with my eyes closed, and today I might even be talking to the wrong camera for all we know. I feel rich in health, because I can wake up and just go and have a shower if I want to, have breakfast, and it's nothing. And we kind of take that for granted. And as soon as something's taken away from you, you actually start to realize the value of it.
Yeah, no, there's those sorts of things. So, and perspective and reframe is the classic ways to do that in terms of getting your mindset around and saying, oh, actually, things are pretty good. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, cool. Now, how do people get hold of you, Tofe?
Yeah, sure. So I'm all over social media as Tofe, T-O-F-E.
That's right.
Evans. And I'm on LinkedIn, Anchor, Facebook, Instagram, even my site, tofe-evans.com. And I'm that guy will make you mentally unbreakable. So through my knowledge and experience, and I have plenty of that, and I put myself through adversity every day. So when I come across adversity, it's not a chore anymore. I can deal with it because I'm used to doing so much and dealing with it. And I start tapping into sections of the mind. And that's the stuff I'm able to teach others. Because what happens is if you're all fine, and then next thing you know, hypothetically, you're in a car crash. Some people lose it, or a death in the family. So you need to have your shit together and have your emotional intelligence relatively high. So when shit hits the fan, you've got yourself together. So for me, if you want to reach out and talk to me about your story, or want to get some advice or anything, or just want to say hello, tofe-evans.com or all over social media.
Fantastic. All right. So we've done what if you don't. We've now done what if you do.
Yes.
How about we tie a little bow around this with and talk about New Year?
Absolutely.
You got some time for that?
Yes.
All right, let's crack it off. All right. That's enough done for this episode of the eCentral Business Show. I'm John Nayler. Thank you very much for watching another episode of the eCentral Business Show. What we're doing on the eCentral Business Show is we're bringing you business leaders and the best of the knowledge. We want to bring them on the show and release that content so that that's something that we can share with you by this easy to consume format. So you can follow us across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+, or just regularly visit the eCentral.com.au/show website, pick out the best things for you and educate yourself on that premise. Now there's video content there for you, so you can just watch the video and inform yourself in your own time. We've also now podcasting that content as well, so it's really simple to consume. You can listen to it on the way to work in the car or during your daily exercise regime. Beyond that, we're also looking to connect with business experts. So if you consider yourself to be an expert in your field, please make contact so we can schedule you in and have you come on the show, so you can release your content and increase your brand across our format. Beyond that, we also invite people to send us their email address so we can send you our